Hi guys, Shimmy here back again with a real first update on our Tarly group build, hosted by Joachim and Markus. We're doing the SLT 56 tank transporter from Trumpeter, and the other one is the French AUF 1TA from Ring. I am doing it the UN version. We did get a wee bit done to the Treasure today. We've got all the suspension in, top end's built up. Gun has the wee bit of work done to it, failing down here and there, take a couple of seam names out of it. So it's really only in the mock-up stage at the minute. You don't get interior for us, but the interior inside is not badly detailed. So I can get a bit of light here. You do get some tread plating and so forth and stuff around the walls. It's hard to see here with a dark plastic, but it is there. There's two doors, the one here on the back, and there's one on either side. It does turn, is what you would expect. The barrel does move up and down. Take it off. Let's see if I can get it off okay. There you go. I haven't got any lights put on it just yet. With lights in the trailer of the SLT 56. I have no lights in the tractor unit itself as yet. Still a lot of work to be done with it. Still a lot more painting and a lot more weathering to be done to it. The Treasure, your suspension, all works. There's like a spring on them, as you can see. So you can probably see it better on the table. You can get a bit of light that is. So that's a nice wee feature. Very fidgety in places, but it came out pretty well. There's still a big plate to go on the bottom of it here. I'll put that on towards the end. A lot of detail in this kit. I mean a lot of detail. I'm really surprised at it. There is a 4-edge thing you do get with it. It's not much, but it's a vent of some sort. I think these are straps. Those actually go with the exhaust, which I haven't built yet, which go here, one on either side. There's a wee bit of wire. I don't know what the wire's for just yet. Back end has to have its lights put in before we can install it on the thing itself, the houser. That's what goes in there like so. So it's a nice neat fit. This fit in this kit is exceptional. I'm really surprised at it. Now I've built a few main kits before. The last one I've done, I think it was one of the Abrams tanks for the 48-hour group build, but I'm really surprised that they have a detail that goes into these bigger ones, like the tanks and so forth. As I say, there's a seam line on that, not much to write home about. That'll flatten there a wee bit of paper. It does rise up and down and so forth. The roof fits on nice and neat, but I didn't glue the roof in place just yet because there is a interior for it, which I'm on the lookout for before I glue this all in place, because you can leave your doors open or closed and you'll be able to see inside and so forth. So if I get that within the next, I'll probably not get it maybe after Christmas or something, hopefully maybe sooner, but if I get it then I can start building onto it. The tank transporter itself, say, still needs a quite a bit of work done to it. From what I showed in the last video, I think it's from here basically, right around to the back. All this is all 4-edge, even the brass tubing and so forth. I think the tanks, the exhaust and the other wee bits and pieces are just the kit parts. The cob I haven't even touched yet, has to be built up. There's a lot of 4-edge goes around that. It's all your twin steering and so forth in it. So it's a nice wee kit. It'll look well when it's all done and dusted. The PE work, as I said, I showed this in the last video, so there's an extensive PE box. I think it's the second box I put on this. I haven't finished this whole box yet. So what's in the back here still has to go into the tractor unit itself. The cab, mud flaps, so forth, and guns and dashboard, grab handles, you name it, it has it. Some parts to go into this and some parts to go into the trailer. So there's quite a lot of parts that won't tell it just yet. Our tires, start welding up our tires for the main unit itself. So the wee beacons that's on the top of the truck, they go in up here. So I'm working on those at the minute, the wee rotating beacons, wee orange ones, or SMDs for the lights and so forth. I've got them done, set to one side. Just haven't put anything in the cab just as yet. I haven't even started work on the cab. I've pre-wired lights for the back end of the transporter, which I haven't put in yet. To put the orange mud flap on, I broke it off yesterday, so I'll have to put that on again. Other side, didn't really do much to it. I did give us that coat of white and give it a weathering up and so forth. As you can see, that's the brass, the PE work. There's a spare tire that goes into it. There's a few other bits goes up around the front here, straps, and a few other jerry cans and so forth. Same for this one here. I haven't done any painting on the side at all. This has all got its own individual steering. The wheels all turn and so forth. The only ones that's locked in place is the two front ones, but the rest of them all turn individually. As I say, I've got our wires pre-wired in for the side markers, which are spaced along the side of the trailer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on one side and 6 on the other side, and then I've got our tail lights. You'll not see them here until they're all lit up. They're in as well, and they're indicators and so forth. Still have to do a lot of painting, as I said there previous. So it should be a nice kit when it's all done and dusted. I do have another one, but I'll be doing it the box art version. When I do finally get around to doing it. So there's still a lot of stuff, as I said, to go on till this hairdryer. You've all your individual tracks, piece on piece, track on track should I say. So it'll be fun. You do get a wee jig with it to help you along with when you're building the tracks. They're all movable and so forth. There is a lot of stuff still left. As you see, there's loads of stuff on the sprues, so they'll have to go until the hairdryer itself. Glasswork, again, I'll leave that as near enough towards the end before I start putting stuff in, like the lights, say marker lights on the trailer, cabin lights, or sorry, cabin glasswork and so forth. So I'm just going to keep that clean and tidy until such time it's needed. But as I say, there's still a lot of work to be done this. Jump between the builds at the minute, the B17 and this. Now Terry's build's finished and dusted. So as I say, still plenty of work. This is all the PE work, PE instructions for the transporter. There's a lot of stuff goes in the cab itself. That was the one main big part that was on the back of the trailer. Right here, sorry. That's all photo etch. It was fun games, but it was well worth it. It brought the thing right up to date and detail wise. A dashboard. All the old parts was the one this dice for all the size of it. All your PE work, your clocks, you've clear glass and so forth to go on top, which means when I light it up, the LED dials will light up all pretty well. Sorry guys, I had to take a phone call there. This, as I said, there's still a lot of work to be done in the cab itself. You know, the parts, even the wipers are all photo etch and so forth. We have hinges to go on here which are photo etch. The parts in this are just unbelievable, so they are for detailing. But there you go. Right, I don't ramble on too much there, guys. So that's the raw on this particular build. So hopefully within the next 3 days I'll get more paint on it, more things added to. I'll try and get this in paint tomorrow, and then we'll take it from there. Still waiting on stock coming off of the B17. Hopefully that'll be in tomorrow. Did order a tanker truck for it. It should be in tomorrow. Fuel tank truck, that is. Anyway guys, rambling again, so thanks for watching guys, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye.